Sup YouTube, it's English TCG here and welcome back to another TCG video on my channel. Today we're going to be talking about some new cards that were revealed, and it's actually POWERCREEP that has once again entered Pokemon TCG. So we're going to be talking about 280 HP basic Pokemon. We're going to be talking about Mewtwo EX and more Team Rocket's Pokemon. So if you guys are hyped for it, let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. Only requires one tiny second every time, but does help out the channel tremendously. I'm super grateful if you would do so. And with that being said, let's dive into the new cards. So the thing I want to be saying here is that when I first looked at Rocket's Mewtwo EX, I thought it was a 3-prize Pokemon. We did see 3-prize Pokemon with Mega Lucario EX and Gardevoir, Mega Gardevoir EX that were recently revealed. Those have shocking HPs, but they actually gave up 3 prize cards. But when I just look at this new revealed Rocket's Mewtwo EX, it has 280 HP for a basic Pokemon and only gives up 2 prize cards. Think about the days when we were playing with tag team Pokemon. Think about ADP, for example, had 280 HP, well, but was a 3-prize Pokemon. Now 2-prize Pokemon have 280 HP, like regular EXs that we are familiar with. Think about like Pheasantipity, for example, 210 HP, or maybe Raging Bolt is one of the higher HP EX Pokemon with 240 HP, or maybe even Blood's Moon Ursaluna EX with 260 HP. Well, they actually shattered the HP department once again with 280 HP on a basic Pokemon. Is this healthy for the game? Who knows, but it's not going to be shattering anyone's mind because we are going to be getting 360 HP 3-prize Pokemon. So they have to like boost up the regular 2-prize Pokemon as well to go along with that HP buff. So I wonder if in a year or 5 we're gonna have 400 HP Pokemon. Probably we're gonna be getting the 450 HP Wailord EX, or actually, at one point I suppose, because yeah, let's be honest, Pokemon always keeps on shattering the HP departments. Remember, like back in the days where we had Chansey and Charizard in the base set, and then they shattered it all with EX Sandstorm with like a Wailord EX that had the highest HP for a very long time, and yeah, now we're here. How do we get here with the HP power creep? I don't know, but let's talk about some new cards. Also, I want to know your opinion down below, how you personally feel about the HPs getting buffed every single year. Like, can regular Pokemon, 1-prize Pokemon, still compete if they don't have an annoying wall ability like Mimikyu? Who knows? For a 1-prize Pokemon to be viable, either you will need to one-shot EXs or Mega Pokemon, or you're gonna have a very annoying ability, or a supporting ability. Other than that, like 1-prize Pokemon are almost non-existent. It's crazy. Like in this current agent format, they're also being walled, or actually not walled out, but bullied by Dragapult EX. So that's actually a gatekeeper for 1-prize decks to concede. We also had Kyurem way before with the Regidrago VSTAR deck. So how are 1-prize Pokemon supposed to compete with a huge amount of EXs with so much HP? Not to mention the fact that we have stuff like Penny, Turo, and HP buffing tools like the Bravery Charm, for example. Interesting story to say the least, but let's talk about Mewtwo, Rocket's Mewtwo EX. As we know, we're gonna be getting these cards in May, so that's gonna be in about 2 months' time over here in the West, and that's gonna be combined with the other owners' Pokemon. Like, think about the Eaton's Pokemon, Eaton's Ho-Oh EX, Eaton's Typhlosion, all that good stuff. So Cynthia's Garchomp EX. So I'm looking forward to the future of the Pokemon TCG. I'm just a little bit worried that the power creep with HP is going to be at one point unstoppable. With that being said, we have the Power Saver. This is an ability that will shut off Mewtwo its attacking power. So this Pokemon cannot attack unless you have 4 or more Rockets Pokemon in play. So if people cannot find enough Rockets Pokemon, this Mewtwo will not be able to attack. But we have a lot of searching options, Nazball, Ultra Ball, Buddy Buddy Buff, and all that good stuff. So there's at least that. We have the Deletion Sphere, and that's actually an attack which you're going to be able to use for 2 attachments, by the way. We're going to be talking about the special Rockets energy in a minute, but this actually attacks for 160, and you may discard up to 2 energy from your bench Pokemon. This attack does 60 more damage for every card discarded in this way. So it states card. So interesting to let you guys know here that even if you have like an energy that counts towards 2 energies, it's for every energy card that you discard that you're slapping an additional 60 damage. So The cool thing is that you're actually capping all the way up to 280. Are we gonna have Mewtwo Wars again? Who knows, but yeah, you're gonna be able to knock out other Rockets Mewtwo's with this. So you're gonna have to have a way to power it up, so we will talk about the special energy in a bit, but there's also ways you can get energies back into play time and time again. As an example, you could be playing an Iono's Belly Bolt and Levincia Stadium to get energies back time and time again and keep doing that stuff. You can have stuff like, for example, Sada on an Ancient Pokemon or an Archeladon for Metal Pokemon, because this actually just states 2 energy from your bench Pokemon. Doesn't mind, it actually doesn't state Rockets Pokemon. The only downside is that if you're making a Rockets Mewtwo deck, you're gonna have a lot of Rockets Pokemon in play in order for it to actually do something. Okay, also big shout out to Pokemon Proxies where we're at currently. We also have Rockets Tarantula, which can slap 30, which is enough to knock out the annoying Badoo. That's at least good. And then we have the Rockets Spidops. Charge Up. Once during your turn, you may attach a basic energy from your discard pile to this Pokemon. So we already have, like, all the energy acceleration methods that I talked about were good. But this actually is better, because if you're setting up an army of Rocket Spidops, Mewtwo EX is just an archetype by itself. And because you have Rocket Spidops, you can also slap for a reasonable amount of damage. You can slap 30 damage for each of your Team Rockets Pokemon in play. So if you have like 6 of them in play, you're slapping 180, so you could actually deal with walling Pokemon. Also note is that something like a Cornerstone actually cannot be attacked with any Pokemon with ability, so that's going to be, you have to find something against that. But with that being said, you have a 1-price Pokemon to at least deal with stuff like a Mimikyu. Next up is going to be Rockets Meowth. That's right. We have the Catnap. Choose a random card from your opponent's hand. Your opponent reveals that card and shuffles it into their deck. Yeah, a little bit of disruption and then Fury swipes. Next up, Rockets Persian EX. 260 HP for a stage 1. You see what that shattering 280 HP did with the basic Pokemon and Mewtwo? I know it's Mewtwo. It's like one of the strongest, if not the strongest Pokemon out there if we don't count Mega Rayquaza or anything. But the thing is that this is a stage 1, so you have to have the effort to evolve it, and then you only have 260 HP. So the Mewtwo has a mind-boggling HP department. That's why I also put that in the the thumbnail or title, depending on what future me will do. We see here the Arrogant Order. Your opponent reveals the top 10 cards of their deck. You may choose an attack from a Pokemon you find there and use it as his attack. Your opponent shuffles the revealed cards back into their deck, so you don't need the energy requirements to use the attack. So a very cool way to get it going, because I'm going to be talking about the special energy in a bit, but it's going to be very cool to, of course, use the Arrogant Order if you're up against top tier decks, for example. Oh, there's a Dragapult, I can use it instantly as of my attack of choice, so you can start using this on the second turn. And if your opponent has some very powerful Pokemon in their deck, you can use crazy attacks. And then there's also the attack that you can actually confuse the opponent's Pokemon with the Cruel Slash. So Mewtwo and Rockets Persian, so Giovanni showcasing his signature Pokemon. We have a Hacking, discard 1 card from your hand, then your opponent discards 1 card from their hand. We have Rockets Porygon-Z, Control R. 20 damage for each supporter in your discard pile with Team Rockets in its name. Brilliant Blender, and you're already slapping 100, but you have to have a lot of supporters in order to do so. Like, could we make a Rockets Porygon-Z with like Squawkabilly, then also stuff that can discard your hand, like a lot of Research, Brilliant Blender. Can we get to a reasonable number? The problem is the attacking cost, like 3 cardless energies. How do we get it going? Moving forward, Rockets Porygon-Z. You must discard 2 cards from your hand in order to use his ability. Once during your turn, you may draw a card. Yeah, this also has the Control R for every supporter in the discard with Rocket in its name. So there's a lot of Team Rocket supporters out there, and there's also the Team Rocket's receiver here. Search your deck for a supporter with Rocket in its name, reveal them, put it in the hand, but that's only one. I think to get them all in the discard pile, you're gonna have to have something like Brilliant Blender, Squawkabilly action going, and then you can use the attack, because we're gonna talk about the energy first. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides 2 in any combination of Psychic and Darkness energy. This card can only be attached to a Rockets Pokemon if this card is attached to anything other than a Rockets Pokemon, discard this card. So you have a double turbo kind of energy. It counts as Psychic and Darkness. Very, very cool. We've seen stuff like this in the past with like Team Magma energies and all that good stuff as well. But this is going to allow you to attack instantly with a Rocket's Persian, because it doesn't state that it needs to be a Psychic or a Darkness Pokemon. You can just attach it to a Rocket's Pokemon. So that's gonna mean you can go for a turn 2 Arrogant Order. We're gonna have to find ways to make sure the opponent has like very powerful Pokemon still left in their deck. But yeah, most of the time, powerful Pokemon are evolution on stage 2 to Pokemon. So that could be a very cool Persian attack. A little bit YOLO in my opinion, but it is fine. Then we have the Rocket's Porygon-Z. Because of the ability, you can also discard some more Rockets supporters. Currently, we have 3 of them lined up. So if we calculate all of them in combination, we have 12 of them. That means for one attachment, you can slap 240. 240 could be a reasonable number. You can knock out Raging Bolt, etc. But yeah, how are you gonna deal with stuff like 280 HP? Man, kind of nuts the days we're in. So we have the supporters we're going to talk about up next. We have Team Rocket's Ariana, and Ariana allows you to draw cards until you have 5 cards in hand. If all of your Pokemon in play are Rocket's Pokemon, you can draw cards until you have 8 cards in hand. Very, very good. I remember days where we can have Lily for 8. Who remembers those days? Drawing cards until you have 8 cards is very, very huge. And if you have a deck that only requires a Rocket's Pokemon, you're going to have a very great draw engine, even better than specific researchers or Ionos, because drawing up to 8, definitely with a combination where you have stuff like a Rocket's Porygon-Z, which is able to, of course, delete some cards from the hand, you're going to have a great time. Then we have Rocket's, Team Rocket's Archer. You can only play this if one of your Team Rocket's Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn. Take that into account. Each player shuffles their hand into their deck, and then you draw 5 cards, and your opponent only draws 3. So back in the days, we had Ace Trainer, very similar, it was very strong, so this is very good. Who remembers getting Marnied out of existence, or Iono'd out of existence? This actually is very good, but the problem is that the opponent shuffles. That means that they could draw the exact same cards that were very powerful, but another great thing is that people were sometimes playing around Iono to just make sure that they had a lot of cards, but the cards they still need were still in the deck, so they're like a little bit Iono-proof and stuff. Yeah, that's not gonna happen because you shuffle. So a judge is a little bit similar, like you judge, both get 4, but this is gonna only work if you get knocked out during your opponent's last turn. So in that sense, it's not gonna be a high count in decks, but if you can search it out quite easily, it could be great, and which you can because of the Team Rocket's receiver. Okay, lastly, Team Rocket's Giovanni, aka Guzma, is back, but only for Rocket's Pokemon. So you switch your active Rocket's Pokemon with one of your benched Rocket's Pokemon. This is the first requirement. If you cannot do this, you cannot play this card. So you need to be able to switch a Rocket's Pokemon with one of your benched Rocket's Pokemon. If you do, switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with your active Pokemon. So like you have a switch, you have a boss. That's pretty much what it is. We've seen stuff like this before. Burning Shadows, Guzma. You remember the days, right? Guzma was very, very powerful. Not only can you not get trapped anymore, like there's still some Sup going around with the Wellspring Ogerpon. So this is actually a very great card. Could just replace stuff like Bossasaurus? Yeah, definitely, because with Team Rocket's receiver, you have an engine going. You have draw support, you have one of these so you can have disruption, and you have gusting options. So pretty much you could just say like, this is an Iono replacement, this is a research replacement, and this is a boss replacement. And you can all fetch them out with Team Rocket's receiver. So Team Rocket will have it good. You have the energy, you have the item which can fetch supporters, and you have some powerful Pokemon. But these are not the only Team Rocket's Pokemon yet. I wonder if there's going to be more of them, but this is very, very good. As mentioned, Destined Rivals will actually release on May 30th. So in about 2 months time, we're going to have some brand new archetypes, and I'm all for it. But I want to hear your opinion down below. How do you personally feel about Pokemon cards having 280 HP on the basic EX department? I want to hear your opinion down below. If you are a fan of this, how do you feel Power Creep will evolve in the future? And are you a fan of the new archetypes coming? All of that down below in the comments. Let's get a discussion started. If you enjoyed the video, let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. Helps out in many ways. I cannot stress that out enough. We have been saying this in every video, but it just helps out. And that's gonna be pushing the video to more people out there so we can grow the Zapdos TCG community. Also, go check out the sponsors. They make the videos possible. Dragon ZapBlueShield.com for your sleeves, binders, and deck boxes. Use the coupon ZapBlues5 and get 5% off your order. There's TC Evolutions for your damage counters and ability tokens. Definitely use that coupon code ZapBluesTCG to get that sweet product. It's gonna be very nice to, of course, play in upcoming regionals, locals, or anything. Yeah, maybe even casually. You know, who knows? They're very beautiful. Then we have PotownStore.com for your TCG Live code card needs. As you all know, illustration Pokemon cannot be crafted, so if you want to bling out your account, definitely do so, and use the coupon code ZapBluesTCG with 5% off. Then there's CARDMARKET.com for European players, where you're able to buy as well as sell cards to people all across Europe. Use the referral name ZapBluesTCG to help support the channel. Have yourself a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you all very much for watching today's upload, and I will see you guys tomorrow for more Pokemon TCG content. Have a great day. Peace.